world is shrinking every day. Between the internet, social media, improved transportation, and education, we can communicate with anyone, anywhere, instantaneously. Because we are constantly in contact with people from other cultures, religions, and beliefs, it's important that we understand where other people are coming from. Let's take Hinduism, for example. Most of us have never heard of Hinduism, or may have some odd stereotypes of who or what we think a Hindu is. But it's the third largest religion in the world, and there's a good chance you know a Hindu. Do you know any vegetarians? Do you like curry in your food? Ever heard of or practiced yoga? Ever joke about karma or reincarnation? Bet you didn't know that these are Hindu influences in your town. Hinduism is an ancient religion that developed in India over thousands of years. It's a collection of beliefs, possibly started by the Aryans, that were passed down by word of mouth or oral tradition from generation to generation. Here are 10 things you should know about Hinduism. Number 1, Hinduism has no founder, like Jesus in Christianity or the Buddha in Buddhism. Instead, it evolved from ancient beliefs, traditions, and stories. Number 2, the roots of Hinduism are found in the Vedas, a collection of sacred verses, hymns, prayers, and teachings. Priests and religious scholars called Brahmins are responsible for interpreting the Vedas, performing rituals, and teaching. Number 3, Hinduism is more than a religion. It's a way of life for those who follow it. The Vedas describe 4 main social classes, or varnas, needed for a healthy society. You've got your Brahmins, priests and teachers. You've got your Kshatriyas, who are the rulers and warriors. Vaishyas, who are the merchants, artisans, and farmers. And finally the Shudras, the servants and laborers. Each varna had a duty to fulfill that was based on a person's talents or natural calling. Over time, the varna split into smaller social groups called jatis, or what we call the caste system. These social groups were based on your parents and your job. Every caste had its own lifestyle, occupations, customs, traditions, and rules about social interactions. These castes were ranked from the untouchables to the priests. Many castes were discriminated against, and you have to remember that you're born into your caste and can't change it during your lifetime. Today, caste discrimination is illegal in India, but as you know, it's hard to outlaw discrimination that has existed for centuries. Number 4, Hindus believe in one supreme power, Brahman, who can take on male, female, or forms found in nature. Brahman is ever-present and all-powerful. Everything in the world is part of Brahman, including the human soul, or Atman, like a drop of water is part of the ocean, or the Force in Star Wars. Number 5, Hindus worship many other deities that represent different aspects of the Brahman. The 3 biggies are Brahma, who creates the universe, Vishnu, who preserves it, and Shiva, who transforms it. The sacred texts describe these deities in battle against evil. One famous story is found in the Ramayana and tells of Rama's battle. These stories teach lessons on how to do the right thing to overcome greed, anger, selfishness, and violence. 6. In ancient times, Hindus held elaborate rites and sacrifices. Then they began building massive temples for worship. Hindus today can pray in a temple, at a personal home altar, or anywhere. They also have many holidays and festivals, like Diwali, the Festival of Lights. Number 7, another term you should know is Dharma, or duty. Hindus strongly believe that a person has a duty to live an honorable life by following the Dharma of their class. Hindus also believe in non-violence. Their respect for life comes from the belief that all life forms have a soul. The cow is sacred in Hinduism. It is seen as a generous, ever-giving creature that takes nothing more than it needs. Hindus don't eat beef, and many are vegetarians. Number 8. Here's a Hindu word you've probably heard, karma. Karma is your good and bad deeds. It's used to explain how the good and evil done in a past life determines what happens to one's soul in the next life. It's the law of cause and effect, and its motivation to act well. Anyone can change their karma, even you. Number 9, the Hindu cycle of birth, death, and rebirth is called samsara. You may know this as reincarnation. The goal of Hinduism is to reach moksha and end the cycle of rebirth. Woohoo! Number 10. Hindus go on journeys called pilgrimages to holy sites to purify their souls. Millions go to India to bathe in the sacred Ganges River. Understanding others' beliefs and actions helps end discrimination and prejudice. Open your mind to others and you will enrich your own life and beliefs. Namaste.